Hey up, that shocked you, hasn't it? It's Friday and I'm mechanicking today. I've got this pipe and I'm going to put it on. This is split today off my tractor, so it's leaking there. So my idea is to take that Jubilee clip off. This shouldn't be on, so I've had to order a new part. I'm just going to put it on. It's only split there, 18 neck, while I was out doing something. So I've had to come back. But it's not bad, is it? Just plodding about on I love this tractor, I do honestly. My dog's there, he's been out in tractor, hasn't he, mate? We've been out together today. And we've been right down yonder. By the way, I'm Mick Fogg. I'm an undertaker in Sheffield, and I've also got a little place up in North Yorkshire where I am at the moment. Just going to sit down here. Sit there. Oh, look. Anyway, like I was saying, so I had to come back and I'm going to mend tractor. It's not mending it really. It's bang easy, and it's just a pipe that's come, well, it's split. It was bitter last night here, it really were cold, but I think that's been split for a while. I thought, what the hell, why is this dropping pressure? Then when I got out and had a look at it, I thought, I know why. Jack of all trades, undertakers, aren't they? I don't know how many other undertakers are built to drive a tractor, never mind bloody start messing about with them. Friday I'm up in heaven. I love it, absolutely love it. It's been a busy week. It's been a manic week, not just with funerals. Funerals aren't too bad at the moment, but I have other things to do as well, don't I? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's been a busy old time. I've sat on something. What the hell am I sat on? It's in my trousers. It's this screwdriver. Yeah, if any funeral directors out there watches me, this is called a screwdriver. It's an implement that you put into like a groove in a piece of metal that's got twists on, and you turn it and it actually unscrews it, because not a lot of undertakers are au fait with things like this. Anyway, that's a screwdriver. You see what I think of undertakers. Now, there's some good undertakers, there's some nice ones, believe me. They're not all arseholes. One thing about funeral industry, it's a shame, because a lot of big companies, your co-ops and that, they've got rid of time served people in industry, and then they bring new people in. You put somebody at 22-year-old who's no life experience. He might be brilliant with exams and all that, but he's no life experience. Anyway, they stick him in a uniform and they send him out on service, watching a couple of jobs, and then they say, right, you can go out conducting. And that's, we need fresh blood in industry, that's obvious, but I don't know. I think they just stick anybody out now, some companies. It's a shame. Well, I found out what was wrong with me, because I've been going to doctors, I've been having problems. I thought I got cancer. That's what my doctor says. Well, I'm between 60 and 80% sure it's lung cancer. You know, don't hold back, just tell me what you think. You know what I mean? Just hit me with it right in the face, will they? So he sent me to a cancer hospital in Sheffield called Western Park. They specialise in it. They're good. Anyway, I had an MRI scan there and prodded and poked about weeks. My breathing's shocking. I get right pain. I know where my lungs are, because obviously I'm an undertaker. I've seen lungs more times than I can remember. So I know exactly where in my lungs, and I suppose what I'd told them led them to think, yeah, this could be cancer. Pain were in my lungs, breathing deeply, the pain were excruciating, couldn't lift my arms up, and I just plod on. That's what we do, innit? There's always somebody worse off. Cheryl made me go to doctors. I do consultation with my doctor, says I think between 60 and 80%, Mick. We're going to be looking at cancer here. Right. Anyway, I went up to hospital, like I say, had all these tests done, and they referred me back to Northern General Hospital, where I met a guy on Monday morning, who says, so your MRI scans come back, your x-rays come back, and CT scan, and more scans than bloody hell. They all come back, and what we're going to be looking at is, it's not what you mentioned. I can't tell you what it's called because it's about this big. Let me see if I can find it, because I put it on Facebook, what it is actually called. So it's my spine anyway. It's cancer. It's I've got cancer on brain. It's arthritis at spine, but it's a big long word. Let me see where I put it now. Put that much rubbish on Facebook, I do, honestly. Let's just see. I've been in quite a bit of pain, and I'm unable to lift out, which is giving me a bit of jip. Anyway, this is what I've got. It's there where it says, it's there where my top finger is. That's what it's called. It's a big lot, 20 letters. I mean, I'm dyslexic. Don't ask me how to say it or spell it. Analyzing spondylitis. That's, I think, what it says anyway. Analyzing spondylitis. It's basically where my spine fuses together, but it's having a reaction on obviously other parts of my body as well, my joints and that. So it just makes it a bit awkward to get about. I think that's what it is. Spondylitis, AS, that's what it's short for. AS, they've called it. It's easier to say than that big long 20-letter word. So yeah, spine fuses together, which I've always had a bad back. They always treat me for sciatica, but apparently it's not been sciatica, it's this, what they've just found. And they'll never be able to cure it. I'm going to have an injection in my stomach every 2 weeks to start with, which will be a really high dose, so whatever they give me, and then they'll go down to a weekly injection. I have to do it my same-way injector. Different, isn't it? Am I bothered? Not really, to be truthful with you. It's just one of them. Nobody knows what's around the corner. And this AS, or whatever they call it, there's always something worse off. He could have said to me, it's what you thought or what your doctor thought, which would have been astronomical, wouldn't it? Just bombshell. It's one of them things. Then somebody who I know says, hey, you'll be able to get PIP. I'd never even heard of bleeding PIP. I says, what are you on about PIP? You can get 120 quid a week for that, Michael. It doesn't matter if you're working or not, I get it. It's alright for me fishing money and stuff like that, my car insurance. You're entitled to it, you got a disability. There's always a silver cloud, isn't there? So I get type 2 diabetes, so I can't have my egg custards, what I love. But as a consequence of not having my egg custards, I get free prescriptions, free everything. But then I get this spondyloarthritis, whatever you call it. And as a consequence of that, I probably get 120 quid a week. God, it's £120 a week. I'd rather have my mobility. But yeah, it's one of them things. Has it got me down? It has a bit, actually, to be truthful. We don't tell our governor though. We don't tell her Sid, do we? Me and our Sid don't. He's there, look. There, look. My best pal. Hey up, Sid. Don't tell your mum, Sid. He'll not tell her, believe me. says, if you give me some of them sweets, I'll not tolerate. All right, I'll give you some sweets in a bit, mate. Yeah. So yeah, it's got me down a bit, because obviously I'm in pain all the time. And I'm slowing up. Getting old, aren't I? That's 60-year-old. And so now I've been thinking, all these trolls that I have on social media, I'll start putting on when they put something. You want to stop attacking a pensioner who's disabled? Yeah. Will they stop? Will they fuck stop? Because they've got nowhere else to do, trolls, have they? Except put shit and crap on. Yeah. I had to get rid of some ashes last week because they've not been for them. This 4 families what we'd looked after in past, and tried to contact them. We've sent them letters. Decided they weren't paying for a funeral. Ooh, couple of years since, few years since now. Anyway, we sent a letter out saying we give them 14 days, which is, I think, it's a great thing to do. Write to them, give them 14 days to contact us, and 14 days after that, which is a month, if no contact's been made, we're going to scatter the ashes. Because we just can't, you can't keep ashes indefinitely when you haven't even paid for a funeral. Crap. So, anyway, I found somewhere and I put them there. And people might think, well, you can't do that, they're not your ashes. Well, actually, they are. Because we paid for the cremation to take place, which turns somebody from being like I am into a load of ashes. Family didn't pay, we've paid. So in actual fact, they are. Yeah. See, it's unbelievable, isn't it, to think that we've got one now who's he's got a pub further down country, and we looked after his mother. I'm not mentioning his name yet, but I am going to do. Anyway, he's still not paid. Months ago, months and months and months ago, he owns a pub. Not bothered, not paying. Couldn't care less. Just unbelievable. I think I couldn't settle, you know, as if I thought that I'd had a funeral for a loved one of my family members, and I was like, I'm not paying for it. They can always find money for a spliff. People always seem to be able to find money for a couple of cans of lager. They can always find money, obviously, for a bag of smack, whatever they call it. Holidays abroad, I've seen one woman on Park Hill, oh, I'm off again, last Christmas, I'm off again on holiday, with boyfriend. Yeah. Husband's still down our stairs in a tub, not paid a penny. They're vermin, aren't they? Some people are just unbelievable. Scum of earth. I've a right rant, aren't I, about it all. Fucking. But I'm not allowed to mention names apparently because of GDPR. I think we should be able to, I think you should. Maybe if I ever retire I will do. I think, fuck yeah, I don't work for an undertaker now. I'm not an undertaker. I'm fucking name and shame lotting you. Never been able to understand that in all years I've been in industry, why people don't. In that country, in this country pub that he owns, father claimed social security for funeral off social, and he told the social that he'd paid us. So they wrote to us and says, have they paid? And you know, you don't want to be funny with families and that. So yeah, but well, they'll pay us. Well, they haven't. They've had money off social, not paid us. Fraud and deception. Unbelievable. The funeral industry. You will look after me, Dad, won't ya? But I'll not be fucking paying you after for all you've done. I mean, it's just sick, doesn't it? It really, really does. Hey, psh, no. Because undertakers, they go above and beyond. They really, genuinely do. Every wish a family has, they get them. You know what I mean? They just, it's the most Can't begin to tell you. It's crap, because you do everything for people and then they're like, I'm not paying for it. I'm not paying. Social's paid you. No, social give us, if your funeral's 3,000 and you've got 2,200 off at social, you owe £800. I'm not paying it. I've got no money. Right. But you want to save your dad's ashes for, or your husband's ashes for next 5 year or 4 year. Bed and board. We should charge them bed and board, shouldn't we? Can't charge them bed and breakfast because actually they don't eat a lot of ashes. But bed and board, I think we should be able to, all undertakers should have a sign on window. If you don't collect ashes after, I don't know, 1 month after settling the account, you'll be charged bed and board for your loved ones. Me and my team do everything possible for families. We bend over backwards for them. We give them everything they want. They have everything they've ever asked for. We aren't ripping them off, and we talk them out. Sometimes I'll say to families, do you really need that extra limousine for 2 people when you think about it, really? You know, 225 quid for a limousine. Do you really? That's a lot of money for 2 people. Yeah, you've got a point there, Michael. Yeah, you're right. So just look after people and berate with them, and then they stab you in back. It's the way of the world, isn't it? But then I come up here and I think, wow, how lucky am I? In actual fact, I'm going to let you into a secret. That's just chair moving about. I'm not lucky, really, and neither is my wife. Yeah, we've got a beautiful place. Yeah, it's stunning. I grant you, it is lovely. And yeah, I've got tractors there and I've got everything else. But let me tell you something. It's not luck that got me all this. It's working 24/7. 20 years continuously for me son. It's getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning when it's bouncing down with rain on a horrible January morning, and answering phone and going out and bringing a loved one into care who's passed away in a care home. It's going out then at, I don't know, 8 o'clock and washing cars and doing funerals and looking after families. That's what's got this. And not only that, because I could be like some undertakers and I could be off skiing abroad, or I could be, you know, pissing it up against a wall like quite a few of them do. But I've never done that. Me and Cheryl's been abroad twice in 20 years. So we've saved. We've got us wealth around us, and we like it that way, because we don't owe nobody a penny. We never have done, not 1 pence. So there's no mortgage or my tractors, but everything. If I can't have it, I don't. If I can't afford it, I don't have it. Except me, if I, because Prince of Vipes on Prince of Wales Road, they give me treats sometimes. Be lost without that sometimes, I would, honestly. Anyway, I'm going. I'll upload this a bit later on, and it's Friday, so I'll be putting a couple on today. This might be part 2, I don't know. I've rambled on, haven't I? I'm going to go and get my tractor done and see how Martin performs once I've tried to repair it. We'll see. It's gorgeous up here. It's absolutely beautiful weather. I've got to go and shut that gate because I can just see that there's some ramblers has gone through the bottom, but I can see from here they've left gate wide open, and I've got some sheep down there. Shut the fucking... How many times do people have to say shut gates? Keep your dogs on a lead. Don't let your dog run around. We've got sheep in fields, they're in lamb. For Christ's sake, you know what I mean? I've got a shotgun in here and I'm quite entitled to blow a dog's head off. Should it worry one of its sheep? Well, in your rights. You don't have to even give a warning. It's way at countryside. Your dog worries sheep, it gets shot. And that's the only answer really to it. I mean, it's not the answer that I would portray, because I think we blame the wrong end at lead. I think it's the human on the other end of the lead that's the problem. So, mate, I'm going. My mate's here, he's coming to give me an hand. Catch you all later. Ta-da!